What's going on? What's going on, high intensity community? Okay, here, just a little bit of context here. So I was gonna do a video inside, check it out, Colonial Gym in Williamsburg, Virginia. It's a real gym. If you're in the Williamsburg, Virginia area, you gotta go to Colonial. There's a few gyms in the country that are like this in these special communities. Like when you go to Jersey, Apollon Gym is a big one. Of course, everyone knows Gold's Gym in Venice. But when you get up to Virginia, specifically over Williamsburg, you got to check out Colonial Gym. There are these special gyms that still exist in the country. So the thing is, when you're going into these gyms, if you're the new guy, you got to still have, 1980s, 1990s etiquette. Etiquette has a little bit gone out the window these days, and you should just always know your place. Meaning that if you've got a tripod, make sure that you're asking permission. Like, is it cool? Like, ask the person, is it cool if I bring in my tripod? And also, too, just kind of go with your gut. If you're the new guy and you're coming in with all your stuff, maybe just play it cool and don't do the tripod thing. Focus in on what you're about to do, and that way you feel comfortable. If you need to grab a gym bro to do your set to failure, you certainly can. So I decided to not bring in my tripod. I just didn't think it was appropriate. And a lot of times I'll just kind of go with my gut. And that's what a lot of times you just got to do. You got to dial into your frequency, dial into your channel. There's only one person that your channel speaks to, and that's you. Your channel doesn't speak to anybody else. Your channel speaks your language. It doesn't speak clearly to anybody. And when your channel is speaking to you, listen. And it's remember that I think it was a Dumb and Dumber or the Jim Carrey movie where he's like, God, give me a sign, and he's driving and it's like there's like the sign is like, this is your sign, and he's like, no, that's not it. And then like there's another one it's obnoxious. When you pray and dial into that frequency, and I get it. Okay, Christians, just cool your jets for just a second. When I say frequency, when I say the universe, knock it off, okay? The world doesn't speak Christian. Not all the world speaks Christian. So we got to use terms like the universe, frequency, vibrations, okay? Generally speaking, we're all talking about the same thing. When I talk about frequency, I'm talking about, Christians, we say the Holy Spirit, okay? So if you want to say the Holy Spirit, that's totally cool. I get it. But just remember that to a certain extent, you're speaking church, okay? So just be respectful of those who did not grow up in church, that they don't speak Jesus, okay? In college, we kind of started to make fun of Christians. I'm I self-professed crazy growing up Christian. We would start to call them feisty Christies because Christians could just be a little bit like territorial and like super, like everything is like this Christian terminology. So just in context, please be open to these other terms like universe, vibrations, things like that, because it's true. You got to dial into the Holy Spirit, the frequency, the vibration, the universe. Listen to what God is telling you in these certain situations. And this is just a little one. God was just like, Chris, just no tripod, okay? So what I wanted to do is just do a post-workout. I just want to walk you through, because I'm going to fill out my training journal, because this is something that is so important. When you're done with the high intensity training, you've got a window of about an hour and a half to get your food in. So I thought what I'd do is I would be a little bit carnivorous, and I might have to part for just a second. I'm gonna do my my tuna, and this is just super in the raw, and we're gonna drain this. We're gonna drain the tuna. All right, drain the tuna. All right, drain the tuna. Can you see it? Drain the tuna. Get that water out. Get that water. You can't see it. Get that water out. Okay. All right, get that water out. And then we're going to cut up some pineapple here as we go, and we're going to talk about the workout. So the workout was, this was training legs to failure. And I started with a warm-up set of, even get this out. So it's a little bit of multitasking here. Okay. I started out, before I started the set, I started with writing this out. So I took a nap for about an hour. I actually called my wife and I just let her know that, hey, sweetheart, I'm gonna take a nap and I'm getting ready to kind of psychologically get set in. And I was on the fence. I was like, I'm feeling pretty exhausted, but because I just drove all day. But I pushed through. My nap was great, and that is going to be a process for you. If you're going into a high intensity training set, you've got to be organized. You got to have your life together. You got to be in a good mental state with the people that you love, and make sure that you let them know that, hey, I'm going to train. Could you just give me a minute, a couple hours? Even though the workout's only like 30-45 minutes, it takes a while to get into the zone and then get out of the zone. So like you need to eat now. I do need to check in and give my love to my kids and to my bride. I want to do this video though because I've got this window to capture here. So I did my training journal here, and the workout, and this is a leg workout, it ends up being about every 2 weeks, because I do an upper body workout and then wait for about 6 or 7 days, and then I train legs, and then I do the next upper body workout 6 or 7 days, train legs. So it's upper body, legs, the other upper body, legs, and just the cycle continues. So I ended up training legs twice, 30 times a year, and upper body 30 times a year. But that upper body training is split between back and biceps on one session and chest, shoulders, triceps on the other session. So I'm only training, if you think about that, I'm only training chest, shoulders, and triceps 15 times a year, back and biceps 15 times a year. And I know with these biceps, you're like, how can that be, Chris? It seems like you're training biceps every hour. I know. It's just like God made me. Just kidding. So anyway, so when you're training legs, you're gonna warm up with the squat set to get psychologically set, okay? Because the first set is squats as a warm up, and then the set starts at leg extension going into squats. Now that leg extension is taken to failure and then immediately going into the squats also to failure. So that's what I did tonight. I ended up doing 230 pounds on the leg extension. I'm so excited to eat, but I want to explain this all to you too. 230 pounds. I don't remember exactly. It was a Body Masters Cybex machine, which for some reason it felt heavier than the Planet Fitness equipment. I don't know what the deal was, because I think I only got about 8 or 9 reps until my training partner helped me out. So I'm gonna make a note that this was Body Master, and it was for about 9 reps, and then immediately went into the squat, and that was freaking powerful. I think I got 11 clean reps. My goal was 13, so I'm short of my goal. So something I'm hoping was heavier with this equipment, because my reps were lower. But I'm used to using Planet Fitness equipment, so I'm just hoping that the old school equipment was just heavier than others. So the squat was a Smith, it was like Cybex, and everything just felt heavier on this Smith machine. I don't know what the deal was. It just felt heavy. I don't know, but we'll see. So that was to failure, and that was freaking failure. 11 reps on my own, and then this guy got behind me, bear clawed me, and we got another 5 freaking hard ass reps. Failure, like where he helped me on the positive, almost exclusive. He was a big dude too. Anyway, so then I couldn't walk. We did the whole fist bump. Everything was awesome. I was screaming, it was freaking brutal. And then, and sometimes that's just the way I am, man. When I'm in the gym, I output, I do like to let loose. That's not always a good thing, because you're dispelling a lot of your intensity maybe outward, but it works for me. So I don't know. some people are kind of anti-scream, and you can't do that at Planet Fitness because you're going to trip the lunk alarm and get your ass kicked out. So don't do that. So anyway, okay, so then leg curls is the next. So what I do is I do leg curls, and then I go almost immediately into a stiff-legged deadlift. So leg curls, same dude. It was a Cybex Body Masters. I put on my goal was to 110. There was no 110 mark. I did 115. I seriously got 2 reps. I don't know what the freaking deal was. So I took it down to 85. I think I got 3 or 4 reps. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if my hamstrings were just cooked or what, but I had nothing. I think that first set just annihilated me. So, but dude, my intensity and my effort was 100%. That's all I can do. So I'm gonna put 100 I don't even know what to put, 85. I just gotta put body Cybex, because this was just kind of an anomaly being here at Colonial Iron, and that's gonna happen sometimes, where you're gonna train at a gym and you're not gonna have the same equipment, and your weights are gonna be they can fluctuate. Sometimes plus, sometimes minus. Okay, so I'm gonna say Cybex 85. I'm just gonna put 5 reps. And then I went immediately into the stiff-legged deadlift, and man, I was so cooked. It was 130 pounds, and I think that I did get 12 or 13 clean reps. So I'm gonna put 12. My goal was 15, but I didn't. I got 12. And then calves. I used the leg press, and they had those giant, big 100-pound plates, which I've never used it before. Not the 45s, the 100s. So there was 100 on each side, and then 100 on the top. So that was 300 pounds, where normally I'm using the leg press to do calves, 240 pounds. So I'm gonna put 300, but I gotta make a note. And I did 15 reps. I mean, I really did 15 reps. So something was cooking good with my calves tonight, and I went to absolute brutal failure. And then I did do a rest pause where I waited for about 5 or 6 seconds, and then I did another 3 or 4 reps, and I did one more rest pause, and I held a static just until the weight came down on me to hit the safeties. I probably had another maybe 10 or 12 seconds on that static. So that was the workout. And so if you are interested in training legs in heavy duty, high intensity fashion, go to this video, because I just explained everything to you. This is exactly what I do twice a month, right? Yeah, twice a month, 30 times a year-ish. And that's what I do. So I guess you're not gonna be able to see me eat, because this video is too long for you to watch me eat. So I hope you guys are good. The coolest thing though tonight, 2 things happened. When I went back, it turns out that Mike Mincer, there's a picture of Mike above me when I was doing the squats. There's this beautiful picture of Mike, and that was pretty freaking cool, because it literally, Mike was watching down on me. And then just a minute ago, this guy named Roy came, and I had my camera set up, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna miss the video and everything," and he said, "How was the workout, or what'd you do?" And I started talking about high intensity training, and I don't know, we just like hit it off. And that happens when I get in this mental state. You'll find that your endorphins and your demeanor and everything, it just changes. You'll glow, things just fire. So if you want to take your mind to the next level, high intensity training will decalcify your brain, okay? And you talk about a cure for Alzheimer's, you talk about a cure for all sorts of crazy shit. High intensity training will absolutely do that. And just going back to my earlier comments again about Christians and these terminologies, I hope all y'all Christians out there just do remember that we have to be careful with our judgment and our words as Christians, because it's incredibly offensive when you start to use words that people don't relate to. And you got to remember that As Christians, we are not the majority, we are the minority, and we are not here to do and prove and say all the right Christian lingo, because it doesn't mean shit to the world, okay? Keep that in mind. They don't care. It's a huge turnoff, and if you really want to be a light to the world, just be kind, work your ass off, do the right thing, take care of your family, take care of your dog, take care of your house, just be good, be good, be good. And then just, if you're around Christian people, fine, use Christian terminology. But understand, when people don't use Christian terminology, don't be offended by it. And certainly don't judge them when they use words like universe, vibrations, you know, things that might be to you new agey. It's just the way that people relate to the same words that you use as a Christian. Holy Spirit, prayer, worship, God, all these things, guys, I truly believe it's the same energy, just expressed differently. Ultimately, it's from our Creator, God, out there, the mysterious, beautiful, heavenly Creator, you know. But do we actually understand and know it completely? No. Are we supposed to? No. And if anyone ever tells you that they got it all figured out, run for the hills, because they are full of shit. Okay? Don't ever, ever, ever explain to somebody that you got it all figured out, because you don't. God is so much bigger than what any of us understand. So be very, very appropriate. Be very, very respectful of people and where they're at in life. So I hope this message finds you well, and peace.